Hey, it's Mitch from VetNotes. If you're new around here, VetNotes is automatic note-taking software for vets. It takes audio in, such as a consult recording or a dictation, and it converts it into clinical notes. Now, one of the best features of VetNotes is that you can import your existing veterinary note templates, and VetNotes can write in your format and your style. Today, I'm going to give a walkthrough of one of the pre-made templates, because looking at these pre-made templates is probably the best way to see how templating works in VetNotes and what you can do. So let's click on pre-made templates here. And maybe the most important thing is to remember, if you need help creating your template, feel free just to chat with me or send me an email and I can edit or help you get yours in. So let's take a look at this detailed template. I'm going to click edit to add it into my account and open it up. Now the first thing that you'll notice is that we have text and we have these green bubbles. So the text is just headings for various fields, and green bubbles represent fields or areas where VetNotes is going to write something. And you can see that when we hover over a field, it brings up a description of what will go in that area. Now it's really important to note that there's nothing special about these green bubbles. If we click edit, we can see that it's just text enclosed within square brackets. So let's take a look at a number of the fields here to get a feel for how they work. So you can see that for this field, we're just going to note any subjective findings or details relevant to the history of the animal and leave blank if unknown. So you can see that we're just really simply describing in natural language what we want to be represented in this field. And it helps to be really direct. So you can see that for temperature here, we're simply asking for number only for temperature and leave blank if unknown. You'll notice that we're explicitly asking for the number for the temperature, which is important because for fields where the text next to it isn't super obvious what it could be, this helps VetNotes put the right information in the right place. Moving down, you can see that we have a field here for eyes, ears, nose, and throat. But we also have a default value, or a normal value, which will be filled in if all of these body systems are normal. So this is helpful because it lets you write really comprehensive notes, but you don't need to list every field as normal. You can just omit it entirely, and VetNotes will fill it in as normal if it's not mentioned. Moving on, at the bottom here we have other issues, which is important, and I would call this a catch-all field, because what it does is it's going to catch any physical abnormalities which haven't been covered above. So you can see here that we're simply asking for any other physical abnormalities not covered above, or we're going to write none if it's unknown. Finally, we have assessment and plan. In assessment here, you can see we're being a little bit more prescriptive about how we would like it to be formatted. So if I click edit here, you can see that we're specifically asking for this format, and we're asking for each item to be on a new line. And this sort of formatting instructions, you can include this in any field. Now let's take a look at some of the other types of fields that you can include in VetNotes. So let's say under our subjective heading, we want a field to explain any dietary observations. A good option here is to click Note Details, which will fill in the text to note any relevant details. Now, some fields only have a set number of options that they can be. For example, let's say you want to have a field for preventatives. A good way to do this is to click Insert Field and then choose Multiple. So you can see that VetNotes is going to now choose 0 or more of a set list of options. So this helps for fields that are just naturally constrained, because it helps VetNotes know that it should choose any of some exact options. So this has been a short overview of how to write templates in VetNotes. Again, if you need any help, feel free to send me an email, or you can also take a look at the user guide. Thanks for watching.